guys. I got sucked in. I shouldn't have. I got sucked in. I did. I got sucked in. I shouldn't have got sucked in, and I did. On Twitter, I got sucked in for a second, but I'm pulling out. I am pulling out. This is daytime today, live a little later than normal, but I had to get on. There's some folks getting on my nerves. And I was like, okay, let's talk about it. Let's get it out. Let's talk about it. What this one chick is trying. She's trying. Let me see if she answers me back anymore. I'm done talking to her, so I'll let her, do her thing. She couldn't. Fans are crazy, you guys. Fans are crazy. It's just like, okay, somebody else is jumping in now. It's like, there we go. Yes, there we go. Okay. So you saw the title of this show, it's called Soaps Are an Ensemble, right? I made several posts. I've only watched General Hospital Day. I've not watched anything else. And on General Hospital, I really enjoyed the Marshall, Stella, and Portia scenes. No, sorry, Marshall, Stella, well, Portia too when she left, but Stella, Marshall, and Curtis scenes. I actually really enjoyed them. And I kept saying, you guys, if this happened several months ago, it'd be great. But I was like, right. But Carly, I said, why does Carly have to be in every storyline? Almost everyone agrees with me. Literally, everybody agrees with me. But there's one person, she started attacking me. And I was answering back at first very calmly. I don't attack back. I was like calmly. And she's accusing me of stuff. Oh, wait a minute. Let me take a look at her page. Let me tell you what her page said. I'll tell you what her page says. And I had to laugh. I got sucked in, you guys. I got sucked in. So this person follows me. So this is somebody who follows me. But her thing is, I love GH and Carly Corinthos, the biggest fan of Laura Wright. So I'm like, oh, okay. And her pinned tweet is a happy birthday reply from Laura Wright. So this chick is a huge fan of Laura Wright. It's like, it's like, hello, I'm like, we're not, all I said was, I'm just like, she should be in every scene. Does she have to be? I'm not trying to push her into the whole Quartermain stuff. I'm like, okay, that's a little too much. And one of the complaints was, you're just shitting on people. And first of all, I know most of the actors, and we're friends, number one. Number two, I'm not shitting on them. Number two, I have a right to ask about, like, to me, if you're a huge Carly fan, of course you love seeing her every day all the time. Then I'm like, well, then I can't, then there's nothing I can say to you then, because you're obviously, you think the opposite. But my question, even if you're a Carly fan, I just wonder, they have a huge cast. Aren't there any other characters you would like to see? I'm just thinking of this huge cast of characters. They're all good. There's all these great characters. There's a few you could probably shave off and think about. I don't want anybody to lose a job. Not always for that. But you know what I mean? It's like, well, then, are there any characters that you could literally go, you know what? Let's give them a rest. But there's other characters I'm thinking, and I had explained to her also, no, I like Carly. So I'm not a Carly dissenter. I actually like Carly. I love the character. I think it's a great character. I also think Laura Wright's an amazing actress. She's completely daytime royalty. Laura Wright's place in the soaps. I loved her on Guiding Light and Loving. I mean, she's whatever. She's a legend. But even I said Susan Lucci, who was arguably the biggest daytime star of all time, wasn't on every storyline or every day on All My Children. And she was paid the most of everybody. She wasn't in every storyline. I mean, she was on some, but she wasn't. I mean, like, just wondering out there, aren't soaps ensembles? Like, don't you want to see Anna, Valentine, more Liz? I mean, like, there's other characters, Britt, Maxie. I'm just like, they spread it around. I'm like, just like, I'm like, that's all I'm trying to say. It's like, shouldn't we spread it around? I mean, there's storylines that make sense. There's a whole Quartermaine thing. We don't need Carly in the Quartermaine stuff. Now, if she had no other storyline, then maybe bring her in. But like, there's a whole bunch of other Quartermaines out there. There's some people who are related somehow. Sam is kind of part of that, and it's just like, I mean, I don't know, and it also begs Drew. Like, what are we doing with Drew? I love Cameron Matheson. I think Drew is whatever. Like, what do we do with him? So it's kind of like, I just think it's kind of like we need to like spread it around. Yes, I mean, there are characters that you probably don't like. They say you don't like Liz Boris. Okay, that's fine. But my point is, you'll see Liz all the time, do you? Not really. We've seen more Liz recently, but not really. They don't come on. They don't show her that much anymore. So luckily for you, Daisy Flower, they don't show her that much. So you're not seeing her every day all the time. I mean, if you saw her every day all the time, that would get on your nerves, wouldn't it? It would totally get on your nerves. You're like, why am I seeing Liz every day all the time? I just think that there should be no monopoly. Yes, she is one of the top people on the call sheet, as they call it. They call it the call sheet. She's one of the top people. And I think she is one of the top people on the call sheet. So yes, there are people like Maurice Bernard, her. Of course, they will get bigger stories, and they have stories. I mean, Carly has enough story. She will never run out of story. There's plenty of story for her. But it's like, let's give some stories to other people. Let's move Drew along. Like I said, the whole Marshall, Curtis, Stella thing has gone on for too long that I don't even care about what's wrong with Marshall. But I did like the scenes today because we finally got some answers that we've been waiting for. That it's like, but you know what? And Demo, soap fans are no different than wrestling fans. They're no different than Marvel Universe fans or Star Wars fans or Star Trek fans, or they are. I mean, they are. Soap fans, there are a lot of fans who are not, they are not happy. Yes, I, for a living, talk about shows all the time. Right, that's my job is to talk about them. And I talk about the things I love, and there's a lot of things I love about these soap operas. Soaps are not perfect, right? So not perfect. They're not perfect. And there are things wrong with every soap. I mean, I said over the last month or so, I feel like every soap has been great overall. Like, I've been liking most of the movement and the stories of all 4 soaps. I am a person who likes. I like soap operas. I watch them for a reason. I don't hate watch them. I watch them because I actually like them. But part of my job, part of what I do is I do question writing, storylines, certain things. I just do. That's kind of what it is. And I think there's there are so many fan bases and there's so many couplings and there's all kinds of stuff, right? And there are things that I definitely don't like, and there are things I do like. Now, I like Elizabeth. I think she's been written a certain way that makes her boring. Right, exactly. The Marshall thing, I mean, that's the thing. Marshall has, I guess, some backstory. I just think, you're right. No one's ever gonna be happy completely. And some fans are bonkers. But all fans are bonkers at this point. I mean, nobody cares. But I feel like, for me, I'm not fanatical. I don't live and breathe soap operas. I mean, I do them for a living. I like them. I'm like, my business. I don't feel super invested in any of them. I mean, I love them, but life goes on. I mean, I just whatever for me. I know what I like. I know what I don't like. Right. And I just think that it's a lot of it is in the writing. And some of it is in the acting. Some folks need to go. And some folks can stay, but they need better story. And I think anybody could be exciting if they have an exciting story. Liz's story is not exciting. And it's so drawn out. I like the character of Liz. Do Liz and Finn pop for me? No. They don't do nothing for me. But I liked Liz and Drew, and they were talking for a minute. That could be something interesting. I was open to Liz and AJ, Liz and Rick. She had more exciting partners. I feel like and Liz should be a bad girl. Like, where's that at? I just think the show overall has gone down in quality. I still like it. I still watch it. I think it's gone down in quality. I think most of the actors are still high quality, but I really feel like they brought on Jeff Weber, all stuff. So I mean, we'll see. I mean, I don't know. I just think that it goes to the writing, and I think the producers are a little tired. I think they've been on too long. I just think it's time for some new blood. I think, I don't know who, but some new blood to come in and just energize the stories, streamline the stories. Sam and Dante, we know they're together, but we don't see them on a date, and they kind of are here and there. But again, the cast is so large. They're trying to give us some TJ and Molly, but the cast is so large. Where's Christina? She's Sunny, the daughter. Why is she really bigger? The Trina thing, like the trials. I mean, when's the trial? In 3 weeks, 3 years from now? Like, when's the trial happening? I just feel like there's a pacing issue, a storyline issue. It's a huge cast. It's huge. So what is this whole cast line thing coming together? Remember the weather? So, okay, so yes, Krista, I know all about that. I know that everybody has guarantees. Everybody has guarantees. I know, and Laura is like number 1 or 2 on the call sheet, or Maurice Bernard. They just are. Everybody has guarantees in their contract, but the way they do their guarantees is up to the writers and producers. It's all money. It all goes down to money. It all goes down to money. And they can use them all up front and have her on every day for 2 weeks, or they can spread her out. It also depends on the other actors and their guarantees. I know it's a balancing act. I get that also. But I feel like shows back in the day were way more balanced. I feel like they were. I feel like they were more balanced. I feel like shows weren't so this heavy. Yes, JH was very mob heavy at one time. I get that stuff, but I just feel like I don't know. Again, just ask a question and kind of, I know how I feel about it. But yeah, I know about the behind the scenes stuff. I work in the business. I know all the ins and outs and all that kind of stuff. But I'm just saying the fact that there are things that go on that are lazy. There are things that go on because they're friends. There are all kinds of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. Trust me, I know. They do. And some folks were on shows because of who they're related to on the show. That happens all the time in Hollywood. It's all the time. All the time. Exactly. I thought Liv was going to be the whole DID team. I mean, I thought we were going to see all that too. No, we haven't seen it. I was hoping that storyline would happen. They didn't do it. They still didn't give Liz a storyline. I feel like on Young and the Restless, I've said this before, you can disagree or agree with me, that's fine. I don't know who watched Young and the Restless. I said Brighton James should be a lead actor on Young and the Restless. He should have ascended from the late Christophe St. John. They should put him in. Yeah, he's on the show and he has some storylines in there, but he's up for a supporting actor, an Emmy. He needs to be lead actor status. They need to write for him like a lead actor. He's been on the show for 100 years. He can act. We know that. And they won't do it. They just won't do it. I don't know why. So I'm just saying, my job is to question and to ask, and that's what I always do. I question and ask. That's all, and I comment, and I don't just trash actors and talk negative all the time. Like I said today, I actually balanced it out. I wrote a positive tweet and a tweet that wasn't negative, just like, why is Carly on every episode? So it wasn't positive for some people. So I don't mind. Adam doesn't bother me on Y&R. For some reason, Y&R, I feel like Y&R goes through periods where they'll have someone on for a while and then they'll go off. And they'll somebody else. I don't know. I don't know. I don't mind Adam being on. I don't feel like he's on. I don't feel like he's overpowering for me. He just doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me at all. And that's the thing too. Cherie is completely right. They need better pacing because it is hard to get invested in people when you don't see them very often. I just, but I mean, I get it. There are folks who are fans of certain actors. They don't mind seeing them every day. I totally get it. But I asked those people, are there any other characters on the show you like? Would you like to see some of them at least? And really answer it, not just not an answer. Like really think about it. Like, are there other actors that you would love to see have a good storyline? I just think the shows are supposed to be a little bit of everything. And I heard you saying, Chris, Dave, as I said, I've seen more upset about Carly and Sonny. I've seen more people upset about Liz not being on so much. I mean, in my feeds, that's what it is. It's like, where's Liz? Where's Anna? Where's Vanna? Anna and Valentine. Since we are talking General Hospital, I just want to give, I know we're talking shade right now, but I wanted to stop for a second. And I can't even imagine what they're going through right now. But for who played, Christina Wagner, who plays Felicia, Jack Wagner, who was Frisco, they just lost their son in real life, Harrison, which is my middle name, actually. Harrison, they found he died. And he's had a history with issues, but they lost their son. So my heart goes out to the family, to them and the whole family, and to the remaining brother. I know it's like lose a brother. The whole thing, it's tough, and I just want to say it's so sad, and it's sad, and I just think it's this is when we do come together for soaps for people and say let's be there for them and just kind of try to hold them up, because I don't know how I don't lose my children. I wouldn't even know how to feel about that, or my grandchildren. I can't even imagine coming back from that. And I also watch When Calls the Heart, and Jack Wagner's on that show. I just ended the season just ended. It's just horrible news. I see Frank Valentine just came out with a statement that his heart goes out to them, and that's actually nice to do that. It's just kind of just really sad, you guys. That's just, and again, this is real life, and it all goes to like the grand scheme of things, right? These soaps are a blip in real life. We have some real life stuff. There was 12 mass shootings last weekend. 12. A teenager also walked into like a 7-Eleven or something, fired off a gun to steal. He got caught like a block later. But like, is that what we're coming to? Just anarchy at this point? They're attacking drag queens in Texas. Our gas is not $8 a gallon here in California. Like, there's a lot going on, you guys. There's a lot going on that we need to really focus on. So I get that soap operas are and TV shows and all that stuff. It's all just, its importance really isn't that important, right? But we have a right to be fans of shows. We have a right to talk about our shows. This guy would have a career for that reason. We have a right to talk about them and dissect them. That is our right to do that. And I always welcome that. I do these shows with you guys. I welcome discussions. I welcome disagree or agree. Doesn't matter. We are very fortunate we get to do that, because there are a lot of folks this last weekend who can't talk anymore. They're dead. Kids dead. Mothers dead. Fathers dead. Police officers dead. People are dying. And COVID's still here, folks. COVID's still here. And now some monkeypox shit is coming up. I'm like, whatever the fuck that is. We ain't done. We ain't done. But we have so much going on that we need to, really focus on that stuff. I mean, this stuff is kind of funny and kind of fun. I'm talking like, this person got my nerves. I don't know who this chick is in real life. She follows me. I don't follow her. She can have whatever opinion she wants in the end, and that's fine. And some people are like, yes, she should be on all the time. That, that's good. I don't argue with anybody. I'm not gonna fight with anyone. It is what it is. I was asking a question, and I just want people to really think about it. Just kind of think about just what they're seeing on screen. Is it beneficial in? Is it beneficial in the? Is it really? Is it? You know, right? It's supposed to be an escape, right? Soaps and TV, well, all TV shows meant to be an escape from life, and all of that. And I just, yes. So I try not to get to fights. I mean, I'll go back and forth for a little bit. But I try to stay factual. I don't name call or anything. I don't do that kind of stuff. People do all the time. People do it to me. They start name calling. You're like, oh, okay, right. What the really sounds like, exactly. I was like, once you start calling me names and everything, I was like, yeah, I don't call people names. I don't call my names. So yes. Well, yeah, Krista and Nicholas, you both are correct. It used to be a big thing. There was May and November sweeps. They really don't say that anymore. But yes, some ad agencies look at those numbers during that time period. But I think it was like March, May, and November back in the day. But they really don't. Yeah, it's kind of like, but fans will say stuff because they remember. Longtime fans remember what that is. And see, but see, there are days you prove my points. You like Carly, so you don't mind, but you want to see Anna. You may not be a Anna fan, but you want to see more Anna. So also, chat room says you want to see Anna written differently. Well, again, it's not her; it's how she's being written. So, but it's not. I mean, she's hired. She's a hired gun to do her job. I should say hired gun. She's a hired hand to do a job. And Michelle Stafford had to go on Twitter and go, "Hi, I'm Michelle Stafford, not Phyllis Summers." It's like they're screaming at her. And same thing with my girl Krista Allen over at Bold and Beautiful. It's like they're not the characters. And trust me, off camera, they know what their characters are doing. They know what's going on also. But it's not the characters. They're hired to play a role the way they're supposed to play a role. Someone was trashing Michelle Stafford's acting. Now, Michelle Stafford's a 2-time Emmy winner. She's a daytime legend. Yes, she's my friend. She's a daytime legend. I try to tell them it's not her acting. They're telling her to act a certain way. Phyllis is unraveling. That's kind of the point. Why not? That's the point. She's unraveling. It's getting to her. That's the point. So but people think it's her acting. She's overacting. Like she's doing this on purpose. It's on purpose. It's on purpose. And certain things happen. I'm like, yes, you're supposed to hate Esme. That's you're supposed to. That's the point. You're supposed to hate her. She's doing her job. It means homegirl doing her job. She's doing her job then. You're supposed to ew. I tell you again, I keep laughing. I said this morning, I keep laughing. The Nicholas and Esme sex scene is my favorite thing all year because everyone was like, ew. But I think we were supposed to go, ew. I think we were supposed to. And that Cherie, you have me busted up right now because I was like, I can't get Laura, but I get a horse. I was like, that horse got more screen time than a lot of people. But yes. I mean, seriously, I just yeah, the Twitter's crazy. I still do Twitter. I do it. I get a lot of attention on there, and I've been on Twitter for years, and I have a thick skin, and I'm able to go away for a while if I want to. I just go away. I don't look at it. If I don't look at it. One day I dropped a little nugget and left all day, and then go on there all day. So I mean, I understand. You guys are smart. I get it. You got to take breaks from things, from Instagram, TikTok. You got to take breaks. So that's kind of like a great villain. Well, she's doing her job. Every poll is doing her job. You're supposed to love to hate her, so to speak, and we will hate her. I mean, she's doing her job. Yeah, I told her, she's doing it. She is doing her job. I mean, with people on Twitter, you know, yeah, I work it. It means it serves a purpose. It does serve a purpose for me, and I do, yeah. What I miss? Oh, there's great crazy folks. Well, hello. So yes, everybody. Well, I just want to come on really quick. I have 27 people watching. That's crazy. Like, hit that like button. Hit it. Hit it. The thumbs up. Hit it. Got 10 so far. So for you guys, you don't like me, of course. I know you guys were on this morning. You guys came on this morning. But the horse is gorgeous. Chris, I'm a total equine person. I love horses. I'm making jokes because we did see the horse twice this week already. It's getting guys on stables and everything. I love horses. I'm a horseback rider. I love horses. But the joke kind of is like, that horse get more airtime than Vanna. Like, get a little more airtime than some people. Yes. Yeah. You guys are all Deidre. You guys are all. I mean, thank you guys. Thank you guys for coming on. I just thought, come on, Lily. I'm shocked my Candace Mack isn't on right now. She usually comes on. It's 10:15 her time. She's up. I'm shocked she didn't come on. Shocked. But yes, I've been on for a little while now. I thought I just would come on and say hello and just kind of get that out. You guys, I feel much better now. Thank you very much. You guys make me feel better. I feel better. I have a really busy day tomorrow, you guys. I have so many shows to do tomorrow for you guys. It's crazy. I have so much going on. Just tomorrow. The rest of the week is easy. But tomorrow, I'm very busy. So I got to finish the show tonight. And then tomorrow is Obi-Wan Kenobi. Tomorrow night. I got to deal with all that. The Comet, is that the horse's name? Or are you being funny? Like, what's the horse? Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I was on a little earlier. I was on this morning too. I just thought I'd come on for a sec and just kind of talk with you guys. But I love you guys. I do feel better. This feels good. I hear noises over here. Also, I hear noise. I'm like, oh, what's going on over here? I think it's Laura Wright. She's at the door. She's gonna get me. She's like, I hear you talking about me. Yes, Flo Bell. Me and Flo Bito. We're doing my show. So apparently his What's Up Flobo, which is on his channel, Flobo Voice, is about me tomorrow. So I'm very scared. I'm curious. He comes on in the morning. And it's on his channel here on YouTube, Flobo Voice. So go over and listen. Star Wars is good. Well, Star Wars, Daisy Flowers, another soap opera. It's a whole other soap opera, basically. I love the series of Disney Plus. Mandalorian, and this new Obi-Wan Kenobi is really good. I think you might like it. There's strong female characters. Princess Leia is in it. It's really good. I think you guys will like it. But good night, everybody. I'll be back. Tomorrow morning, I'm actually gonna come on tomorrow morning. I have my first thing's at 11, I think. Where's my first thing? My first thing's at 11. If I can get on by 9, then Laura said it's all Nita's fault. If I can get on at 9, then I'll try to get on. Shows about you. I know, shows about me. I know. I'm scared. I'm scared. Laura is that negative feedback type of girl. Yeah, I love it. All right, kids. Bye, you guys. Have a good evening.